All right. It's that time. It's time for Beyond Sight and Sound. Let's do this.
Hey boys and girls, we are going to talk about S&W shooters and prospectors. What is S&W shooters and prospectors?
We at S&W Shooters and Prospectors help people find treasure.
Did you say treasure?
Yes, treasure. Just listen to this amazing review from our happy customer, Jackie Sparrow.
Chocolate ship-shape and a pleasure to deal with. I was able to buy everything that I needed at prices that were shillings less than others. I found my 9 pieces of 8 in no time. Savvy?
I know you're asking yourself, why should I shop at S&W Shooter and Prospectors?
Chuck Smalley has over 45 years of metal detecting experience. He works with each customer one-on-one to customize their setup to match their skill level.
So if you always dreamt of being a pirate, contact Chuck at S&W Shooters and Prospectors and he'll dig a great deal for you.
iPads and rum not included.
Caution. Please do not operate motor vehicles or power equipment while under the influence of this show. Listening to this show could cause side effects such as bouts of laughter, violent binges of cabin fever, and even dreams of silver and gold. Please be advised. Now that the fine print is out of the way, on with the show.
All right. We're back. We're live. Eventually. Oh, I'll tell you what. YouTube has been making some changes. And I don't know that I'm liking it. I don't know that I'm liking it at all. Either way, we'll see what happens here. I've got to straighten out my chat. I don't know. It's one of those things. Either way, I guess first off, we've got Chuck in the wings, so we'll get him in here. That way, in case they drop tones on him. How's it going, Chuck?
It's going. So far, it's been a quiet one. We're not going to talk about it. We'll leave it at that. And
right?
Cold.
Poke a sleeping. Well, yeah, I'll give you that. It's cold. It is cold.
Man.
And I see Dropped and Forgotten's in. Dennis is in.
We got Emery, Bills, all the Bills. Bob's in too.
Emery's on time.
Bart.
We're late.
Yep. 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 So, hi, everybody. Jason.
Bill's some Frankie
Yeah.
Juarez. You know,
Frankie. Cool.
yeah, I hear Frank's missing a keyword.
That was what I kind of gathered. And he's going to have to go back and listen to the archive.
That's what the archives are for, Frank. Go back and catch the part of the show that you missed, apparently.
Yep.
Because I guarantee you, everybody else in the chat will tell you I did give the keyword out Sunday. I did. It was the 6th keyword. I swear, honest. It was the 6th keyword. It was given out Sunday. And I'll do this. Normally, I don't narrow it down a whole lot. I just tell them what episode they can find it on and everything. I can tell you it was after Chuck left the show.
Abruptly.
Which is, anywhere from about, 10 minutes in?
Yeah, 10, 12 minutes. I did get it finished talking about something we'll talk about in a little bit. But yeah, abruptly. It's that time of year.
And tonight, for everybody, we are giving out the 7th and final keyword.
Ooh, lucky 7.
You have to stay tuned.
Yep. So,
Because I'm not going to do it now just quite yet, just in case Frank runs over and catches the rest of the show that he missed Sunday.
right. And now,
Or madly messaging people.
right. And next Wednesday, there is no show. A week from tonight, Christmas Eve. A week after that, there is no show. But the Sundays in between, we should have a show.
Yeah, should still be here.
So you're going to have to enjoy your Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve and just sit back and relax, and we'll all have a couple comfortable holidays, I hope.
Right.
I
know it's a travesty. No show on Wednesday, but I'm sure they can suffer through it.
Yep. No withdrawals. It's only one night. Twice. Mark says he was getting coins at 12 to 14 inches. Mark, you need to come over here and try to dig 12 to 14 inches. That ground's like a rock.
Right.
Yep. That sand ground freezes up pretty solid, pretty quick in the first 4 inches. 5 inches. So.
Well, I know that I would like to live to see the end of the year, so we've got to have the Wednesdays off for the holidays.
Right. Sounds like Barks found a few good things. I didn't get to see. He had a live up. I didn't get to see it. We were working on Christmas gifts for people. I'm getting a lot of calls. Been crazy this week, so that's good. Picked right up and kept me hopping, and fortunately I've had either in stock or able to get drop ship, that kind of stuff. Thank you all out there for the orders. Many are in this group. I appreciate that, and that's cool.
Santa's elves are hard at it.
Yep.
And speaking of which, Sunday I had mentioned that Santa's elves were up to something over in metal detecting Central Illinois, and I believe they made the post Monday, of things that were coming. So if you've missed that, go back and check the group.
Check that out.
Member of the group, go over and get yourself added.
Yep. So if you're looking for something, this is the week to get it in hand. I can still get it to most of you. Now, I shipped a couple down to Florida, and they'll get there Friday. Anything beyond tomorrow, if you're East Coast, down south, it's going to be touch and go to have it by Christmas. Now, I'm talking way out there. I'm talking, I shipped, like I said, a few down into Florida this past week, some semi-local or a couple 100 miles out, that kind of stuff. It's pretty quick if they've got it in stock. So the shipping, and of course the gods of UPS, it's what we're hoping everything keeps going through. And if you're looking for in-store pickup, I've got 800s, MANTICOREs. I think I've got some Xterra Pros. I've got Legend, Score 3, those type of things. I do not have the 9, the Garrett in stock yet. What little they have, they're kind of high demand. So we'll see.
Well, you got a rubber half and a bust cap dime.
Ooh, nice dig. Nice dig.
And I believe a silver 5 cent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'll be interested in seeing what that 5 cent Canada is worth. Fish scale. Sometimes they'll blow your mind on that. Those Canadian little fish scales can be worth hefty bucks.
You did good.
Yeah. I don't see where Kevin got anything. What'd you get, Kevin?
Video clips.
Yep, he did. Jason, I don't have any. We're going to talk about that in a minute. I haven't seen an entry pop up of the Trump shuffle. But you got time for that. This is after all the...
Oh, yeah.
This is after all the holiday giveaways, which I commend Barb on getting them done on the road. She has good people working with her.
Out the door. They are shipped.
Yep. Fantastic. So, and she found, was it a half? I saw her post up out there. Barber half, I think it was. Somebody told her she had to throw it back. She's supposed to be relic hunting. So, yeah, okay.
I didn't see that comment.
Yep. Barb, you're supposed to be relic hunting. Throw it back.
That's
not
Barber
quarter. Barb just said it was a Barber quarter, 1916.
I was thinking it was a quarter, but still,
Wasn't sure.
That's not era of Civil War.
No. Grand Army of the Republic. There you go.
Well, yeah.
So,
still though, I'll bet she was pleased.
Well, sure. Gotta be. Anytime quarter up, man, that Barbers, seated, that's good stuff. Bust.
Yeah, silver quarter all day long. I don't care what it is.
Stop the show. Holy smokes. Mike Gatewood's in the house. How you doing, Mike? Haven't seen you for a while, buddy.
Wow.
He's a member of I&I.
Well, welcome aboard.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Cool. Pocket spill, Bart Clay had. So,
Well, that's a heck of a pocket spill.
yeah. I've had a couple in the past that I have some favorite ones. I had a bust half, 2 real, a 1.5 real, 1840 seated diamond one hole. That's always one that's always a favorite memory. I can even walk you to the spot it came up at.
I think probably, other than like Mercs and Wheats, I think past that, the only other memorable pocket spill I can recall, and this would drive Barb nuts. I got a signal and dug down. I hit 5 Indians in one hole.
Cool. That's good stuff. So, yeah, there are those things that you never forget. Where, when, that kind of stuff. It's always fun. That's a good one. When you get a fish scale Canadian from that early of a date to a bust in the same hole, nice, very nice.
Yeah.
And the MANTICORE is working. I think Clay's got that figured out now.
Oh, yeah. I did have an 1894 San Francisco Barber hat in the same hole with like half a dozen square nails.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, before the show, Josh and I were talking about the difference in carat gold, say 10 carat, 14 carat, 18 carat, 22. The 10 carat and the 14, he was saying the 10 carat rings higher on the scale than the 14, and that's true. But ring size, and if it's white gold, you have rhodium in there. That changes numbers, just like a silver World War II nickel reads higher because there's a certain composite. So Josh is looking for a ring that is 10 karat, Josh, or 14?
14 yellow, and it's driving me nuts.
So size of the ring?
If 6.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, if you go through there with an Equinox with your horseshoe off,
Right.
it seems like it might be fairly clean ground.
Oh.
But turn your iron audio on to make sure you're catching everything. And, oh boy, it's a torture chamber. And as if that doesn't complicate things enough, it's a good possibility that this thing is nestled up against a welded wire fence.
Ooh.
I got that out for
it. Interesting. So if any of you have any experience with the 800 or the MANTICORE, seeing different numbers on gold that are the same carat, i.e. 2 yellow gold rings, and they read differently, sometimes the manufacturer may use a different composite for the 14 karat than the other one, but for the most part they're pretty much all the same until size comes into it, because a small, say, toe ring will read a lot lower at 14 karat than a number 6 wedding band.
And this is small. I mean, this is a number 6 engagement.
Right. Yeah, we got Mark back in the house. How we doing, Mark?
Now, I will say earlier this year, I hit probably like a size 1 infants band, but it was a thicker band, and it was gold and silver.
Aha.
That drove it up the chart because that made it ring in around the 36.
Right.
This should ring in lower, though. I just about put money on it. And
Right.
so far, wouldn't you know it, you can, and it's great when you go through there with the MANTICORE because you've got that Ferris indicator. You can see the numbers jumping into the red. Any repeatable non-Ferris target that has come up in the range that I think it should be in,
Right.
then foil.
Yeah. Now, Emery stated that the gold ring on his MANTICORE came up 39. It was a men's class ring, 14 karat.
But you've got the mass driving it up.
Yep.
On that one, because that's a big chunky ring.
Yep.
If that was a men's class ring.
Yep.
And that would be absolutely what I would expect from something like that, because some years back I hit a 10 karat gold class ring, and that was considerably higher than where I would expect, say, a 10 karat gold wedding band to ring up because of the max.
Right. So, gold nuggets. They're generally around up there 21, 22 karat. Maybe a little higher, a little less, depends upon, nature's mix. But size is everything. If you start hitting these little, get down to almost what I call fly specks, which you can hit, they read 1, 2, 3, 4.
And sometimes into the negative.
Yeah. And reason being, sometimes up there, gold is attached to ironstone, which is a high iron content, and it really gives you some wonky readings. Dig everything.
Yeah, and at that time, your numbers may be jumping around, too.
Dennis is saying on his 800 on a thin band is 11, 12. But I'll guarantee if you're starting to hit 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 on the 800, you best be digging up there. You best be digging.
Yeah.
Now, a large nugget can run a lot higher. I've seen a 7-ouncer that rang up 49, 48.
That's
one direction.
That thing had to ring up like a quarter or a half.
Yes, it rang up well for him. And I've had my own 2-ouncer came in at 18. And that was on 800. So up there could be a lot of other things around it in the ground. It's mixed with. Nature mixes it differently.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And especially up there where you're at like that, a button could ring up in the 18 range, an Indian could, gold could.
Yep.
A misshapen pull tab could.
Yep. So it's crazy. If you're looking for gold from man-made or man-changed, into a ring, a charm, a pendant, a necklace. It can be a variety depending upon. Italian gold can ring different than U.S. gold rings. Italians like a higher purity, less amount of agent in it for hardening. Same way with those in the Middle East that are casting stuff. It can be all kinds of different things.
Oh, yeah.
British are the only ones that run 9 carat that I know of. And they ring high. Because you get into that lower end, it's almost more copper.
Obviously, it's more alloy than gold.
Yes. Gold filled reads differently.
Yeah, that's true. This is the real deal, legit 14 karat gold. Although I will give them credit, they're doing what they can too. The area has been well manicured except for along the fence line, and they went through and burnt the fence line to get the tall weeds out.
Mm-hmm. Shannon has a question. What does Indian gold have in it? It always looks brighter. The purity is taken to the max for, let's say, a 22 karat Indian gold pendant, whatever, and they polish it to the brightest they can get. So sometimes they even coat the gold a little bit, the external portions.
That's true.
Yep. So it's all now that's the first. I'm starting to get some feedback, Josh. Just once.
No.
I haven't. I've got the new earbuds. I just haven't paired them up yet.
Oh, okay.
We'll give that a shot and see if that works better.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yep. Dennis, small coil next to fence, turn down sensitivity. Being a surface fine, turning the sensitivity down near the wire may work. Josh?
Well, and I have thought about that, but I may have to find someone else to work that fence line because I don't have anything smaller than an 11.
Oh.
So that won't work other than me working the fence line on my hands and knees with a pinpointer.
Let me ask a question. I've got a series of questions I ask people when they tell me they've lost their ring. And I literally, it's an interview. And one of the questions I'll ask, they were out working on the fence line at the time of the loss, correct?
No.
No?
No. They were walking their dogs. Creek. And they were walking down approximately the middle of the lane or a little more towards the side of the fence. She was on his left, so she would have been closer to the fence.
Okay.
The ring would have been on her left. And it was a little loose because it was cool weather.
Okay.
But they know for a fact she had it on when she got into the lane. And by the time she got to the stone pile in the lane, where the lane makes a bend to go back to the creek, she realized she did not have it.
Okay, my question was going to be, was she wearing gloves? Did she pull a glove off, not thinking put it in the pocket and say, oh, I lost my ring, and it could be laying in the glove yet? Had that happen once.
No gloves.
No gloves.
Wasn't playing with the dogs, throwing a ball or a stick or anything. And I mean, immediately when she realized that she didn't have it, we told her we would start backtracking to see, because
Excuse me.
logic would dictate that it's right on top of the ground.
Yeah.
Let's go back and start looking. And he was looking, and he was even trying to cover the area on his hands and knees, feeling in the grass, just in case, because we all know it doesn't take much to cover a ring up once it's on the ground.
Nope.
And that's when he had to give up his hunt, because he had to get 11 stitches in his hand.
Ow.
I don't know what he found. Luckily, there was a doctor that lived very nearby that was able to stitch him up. I talked to the doctor. Doctor says it's a clean cut, so we're figuring it was a piece of glass.
Oh.
But I told him, I said, well, if I happen to find a piece of metal sticking up out of the ground, we'll get rid of that too, because you don't want that in a tractor tire or anything.
No, but the other thing is, another question. You said they walked down the lane to a stone pile, and between point A, did they get out of a vehicle?
No.
No. Okay, that takes that out. I had that one other time where they got out of a vehicle, the ring hung on the handle, dropped down in the
Pocket of the door.
Yep.
Yep. And I even asked him, is it possible that maybe she lost it in the house and the lane? Nope. We're positive it's in the lane. Okay. Well, I'll keep looking.
There you go.
It's a mystery.
Interesting.
Well,
every one of them's different. I mean, there's never the same two. I lost my ring. I think it's here when it's really over there. Or, oh, I took it off this morning. It was laying in the soap dish. Had that happen.
They present their own individual sets of challenges.
Yep. Yep.
And this one is proving to be quite challenging. Oh, and the first, say, 20 feet or so of the lane, which they say they were well past them and knew that they still had it at that point. But the first 20 feet or so of the lane, right up alongside that fence, I can't get within 2.5 feet of that fence because there's a big buried tile or something.
No.
Yeah. And it's like, man, you guys are not making this very easy.
Okay, I'm going to go back to a comment that was made here. Did you take your detector, no matter what size coil is, take your sensitivity down? I don't know what you're running at, 20, 21, 22? Take your sensitivity down and see how far down you have to go to get rid of the tile reading.
I did think about that.
If it will, that's what I would do. Take that down. See if you can get rid of it. Then place, don't have to be a gold ring, a coin, whatever, just under the dirt. See if it rings that. And then you should be able to hunt that section. Hopefully it works. Not always, but it does occasionally.
Yep.
And then continue on with the 11-inch.
And here's another trick too that I haven't used in quite some time. But and I just kind of stumbled across this simply because I just happened to notice the other night when I was out looking.
Mm-hmm.
And you can hunt with the MANTICORE in a full pinpoint mode and still have your target ID and Ferris indicator.
The only thing is, I'm not sure the target ID is accurate at that point.
That's what I wondered too.
Okay. I don't think it's accurate.
That's what I wondered too.
All right.
But anytime I hit a target that I thought was a possibility of the ring, the number stayed stable. I'd come out of pinpoint mode and swing over it just to see if it was any different.
Right.
Same number for the range that I thought it might ring up in. And sure enough, it was foil. And I mean, right range, foil rings up in the same range as jewelry.
Yep.
But yeah, interesting little side note there. So I don't know.
Something
We're
else
not.
to think about. I've been in situations. I've done everything. Jesse called me that time. The guy lost a platinum ring in a stall he was shoveling out. Well,
Right.
the stall floor, iron. It had rebar all through it. So we had to cut back on the sensitivity to where it wasn't reading that, but in between the surface and the concrete, he found that ring.
Right. Yep. So that's why I say not giving up yet.
Nope.
I mean, they're sure it's there. And I mean, this is a little bit of a pricey ring.
Ooh.
So
Good luck.
he said, well, I'm not giving up.
No. No reason to give up.
Right. I mean, if you think it's there.
Robert said that someone passed them walking the other way and found it. You never know.
No.
So there's a possibility of that.
Not on this area.
Okay.
Because the lane is on private property.
Okay.
Out in the middle of the country.
Okay.
And the only other people that even remotely go down that lane would be her parents, who also know that she's lost it and would like to see it back to her. So I don't see that being the case.
Well, you got your work cut out for you.
Yes, I do. And how?
When I use the same format with people, men, women, younger, older, doesn't matter. They tell me they lost the ring. I said, do you have a general location? Yes. If it's summertime, did you recently mow the lawn after you lost the ring? Nope. When was the last time you saw the ring on your hand? Well, I got up this morning and took a shower. Do you take the ring off when you shower? No. Okay. Would you mind checking that first? Just go look in your soap dish, look in the, did you put hand lotion on? I got a whole list. I've got it wrote down that I asked them. Let's go to where you think you lost this. Well, I think I lost it out here. And literally, I've had people say, I felt it come off, and it was in this general area because I was pushing a lawnmower, or I was picking this up, or and one guy twice, the same guy 2 times, guy, huge hands, a size 16 men's ring. Twice he lost it. He kind of had an idea where it was at, somewhere out in the sweet potato field that he was pulling his yearly crop of sweet potatoes, different things like that. Then you come across the I don't know. The last time I saw it was yesterday that I paid attention to it. Well, did you do dishes? Did you take it off for particular reasons? This kind of stuff. So I try to get them thinking just solely about that ring and sometimes the light comes on, we go to the area, boom, there it is. There. So.
Yep. Thought about all that too. And she knows she had it on when she got into the lane.
Okay.
Because she had been kind of spinning it on her finger because it fit loose.
Yeah. Oh, Palon made it in. How you doing? So, anyway, and tonight's kind of an important night, isn't it? We've got to give out the last keyword.
Yeah, there is an end to the journey. There's light at the end of the tunnel.
Wow.
It may be a train, but there's light.
Okay. Well, I've already been asked about it. Did anybody post me up a Trump dance yet? I haven't seen it. You got time yet? There's what you're going after, folks. And that is signed, numbered by the artist right there. So, very cool. And this one's number 7 of 10. And pretty cool stuff. So, we're awaiting some postings, and it's going to take a couple of you to win it. I mean, I got to judge something just because you do it. I want to see a few of you can do it out there. I mean, it's still popping up on YouTube, online, all over.
Right.
Right.
And as far as I know, no one has put any up yet in the metal detecting beyond sight and sound group.
Yep. So post it up on Detecting Beyond Sight and Sound for us, because I want to see how happy you really are, ORH, because Trump got reelected. You could do it again. So
that's good.
I'm loving the football players doing it when they score. That's funny.
Right.
There's a bunch of them soccer players, tennis. That's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. It's the recent fad, the new style.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. And if I remember right, they've got some time to do that, because
that's coming after we do the giveaway for the adults. This is just something, plan it out, make it work.
Yeah, because
Marks, hey, get Clayton to do. I'd have done a Trump dance if I'd found that little bust half time.
Right?
Come on, Clay.
Yep, there you go.
Shannon got a new patch for Big Mama with him on it yesterday. Yeah. I like that too, Jason. NASCAR drivers flipping.
Right. Nothing wrong with that. At all.
Dropped and Forgotten's talking about the book Treasure Inside. He said they should have broken it into 5 separate books: the Lion's Share Treasure Box, the Treasure Box, the
Actually,
Pokemon Treasure Box, Past and Future Treasure Box, and Appalachian Footpath Treasure Box. I might have to get that book. I don't have it yet.
Actually, the ebook versions are available now, and those are broken up.
Catch that there, Dropped and Forgotten? That's cool.
So there's a little update for folks that may not have known.
Right.
And that is broken up, so you can go in and choose which ebook you would like, or purchase all 5 of them if you would like.
Cool. That Appalachian Footpath Treasure sounds interesting.
Right?
Cool stuff. I wonder if that's going to get as much interest as Forrest Fenn's did.
It's a good possibility. I mean, recent years, the armchair treasure hunting has it has seemed to have become more popular, especially with what's at stake with some of these.
Yeah, I haven't read enough or know enough about supposedly what's out there for us if you decide to follow it.
Well, at least I can give them the update on the ebook then. I do know that. And the if you prefer old school hardcover, the hardcover books, I believe, are now available again.
I want to start delving into it, Josh. I'll see if I can get one ordered in. I don't want the ebook. I want a book. You know.
And I believe the hardcover book is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of $45.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I think it may have been Dropped and Forgotten had posted in the chat a few episodes back, like 44 and change.
Right.
Well, so we'll say under $50.
We got a Books a Million here in the Quad Cities, and Jill wanted Melania. She wanted the book Melania. Well, that's out of. You can't find it anywhere in our area on a rack. So Books a Million said, I can order it for you. We'll order it for you right here off the counter. And she said, that's going to save you ordering it this way, drop to your house. We ship it for free for $35 instead of $49.95.
There you go.
So I'm going to check with Books a Million on that. See if they got it, if they have it shipped to the house.
And I can't remember now, the price escapes me, but I want to say the Kindle version or the ebook version, I want to say it was less than $8 a book, because, like I said, those are split up. Where if you only want to say, I only have interest in the Appalachian Footpath, you can do that for $8 or less. And it may even, I want to say it's actually like less than $6, but just to be on the safe side, we'll say less than $8.
Yeah, Barb's saying the main book is $52. Interesting.
Either way, $2 million in treasure at stake. $50 is not a bad price to get your hat.
No, when you sit and figure what we all spend, we go out and buy our detectors, our dig shovels, pinpointers, all the extra stuff. $50 is less than half of a pinpointer.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, anymore, the prices of things,
Right.
you're going to drop more than that on a digging tool.
Yeah, we could talk about that because some of them might think are way overpriced. But anyway, I've had them where they've powder coated them, all this stuff, painted them, done that. Just get a black one. It's a shovel. The powder coating, it wears off. Trust me. So, and then if you need to have a bright color to see it in the field, go get a little can of red paint and paint it yourself. Paint it on the hand.
You know what I do?
No.
I'll take some orange duct tape.
There you go.
You can't miss that orange.
Nope. Because I'll tell you what, if you're working a standing cornfield and you leave something lay and you're going back and you go, which way did that come from? And go back over there. I've left a shovel in the field. In England, we were in a field. Best find of my first afternoon there was somebody left a brand new lash tool in the middle of the field. So we got back to our, I figured, what the heck? We get back, the other crew that were pulling out, that was their last day. I went over and talked to them, and that was, I'm trying to remember his name. Oh, his group, Todd, CT Todd. So Todd,
okay.
Yeah, Todd, somebody lose a lash tool. He said, not to my knowledge. But wait a minute, I'll go ask him. And one of the gals in the crew, I couldn't find it in the field. I said, I got it. It's right here. And I said, it's been out overnight a day or so because it's got rust spots from that little bit of rain. There you go.
Hey,
so I didn't return this year. At all. Right. ORH is saying he's got colored stripes on the shovel handle. Yep. Moldable colors, best chances to see. Yes.
And not only is it easy for you to spot, if you're at a big event, it's easy to distinguish yours from someone else's.
Yep. Have you ever put your detector up at a hunt, boom, and you got a fence like something there, and everybody's resting their detectors there, and then watch somebody come back and stand there a minute and then grab it. That's why I've got a name tag hanging on mine. And, they dress them up with the different colored covers for the cords and that, and see 3-4 of them identical sitting together, and they're trying to figure out whose is whose. I actually saw that at DTH.
Yeah, it works great as long as no one else has that color.
No.
But other people do. Now what do you do?
Right. Jason, I could not imagine covering that trail, the Appalachian Trail, from one end to the other.
That's a whole lot of ground to cover.
And there's people who've done it, many of them, but man, you're giving up a whole summer to get that done, and then some. Part of the fall, bit of the spring, a lot of hiking.
Well, I guess that's why that's why you get the book and find the clues, and
right.
Maybe you get yourself into the right spot. But just remember, folks, a lot of people thought they had the right spot with Finn's treasure. And
Yeah.
a couple of them paid the ultimate price.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Be sensible, be careful.
Yep. Yep. Well, anyway, we got a couple things going on. So give me a video of a little Trump dance there. It could be worth your while. I'll tell you what, these little detectors were selling rapidly and bringing good bucks. A nice collectible of our hobby with those two yo-yos on there. But Gary Penna did a good job with it. Gary always does. So work it. Make us laugh and smile. Start the year out right.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they have plenty of time to get that in. We won't do anything with it until I think the week after.
Right.
Uh,
and then you
do
got something. You got something you got to drop tonight.
Yeah.
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 The only reason why they're listening to us is for that last hint. You know that, don't you? We're doing it right. Take it right up to the very end of the show, then drop it on them.
Yep. Dragging it out. Dragging it out.
Cool.
And hopefully they've got their pad and their pen and all of that so that they can write down what tonight's keyword is.
Right.
Sunday, a couple of them were joking around saying, wait a minute, we got to open a drink for this.
Yep.
So
Barb, we don't lock our vehicles much at most of the hunts either. She just said they don't lock their vehicles. DIV. I never did when I was at it a couple times there. But things come up missing. Now, did they come up missing because they grabbed the wrong item? I know there was a pile of stuff at DTH from chairs and umbrellas and dig tools and backpacks and that. They were trying to get them all out back to the owners. So
right.
They never did find that shovel that got stolen or taken or whatever. Yep. So way to go, RH. He said he dropped 40 pounds this summer. Good on you.
He's been very active.
Well, to do that, you got to be.
Right?
Right.
That is true.
Yep. No, Jason, I don't think he's going to want to eat that much in one day, buddy. 3 hams and a turkey. But anyway, yeah, he dropping 40 pounds is a good accomplishment.
Absolutely.
So, well, you're at the witching hour, 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, we are. Well, hopefully they've got their pad and their pen ready.
Uh-oh.
All right, so we'll run down everything one more time. The keywords, anywhere you can find the keyword or the location for the keyword, it's always going to be mentioned in the title of one of the live streams. So if you're missing one, you can go back and look through the past live streams. That's what archives are for. And you can find the keyword. Other than that, you have to be 18 or older, a resident in the lower 48, or have a shipping address in the lower 48 for those of our Canadian friends that might like to play. You have to message me the entire phrase, the entire correct phrase. I've had a couple of people try to message me.
I hate to interrupt you, but Janet says, "Come on, Josh, spill it." Cut to the chase, she's saying.
And be listening live the night of the giveaway, because if you're not and we don't see that name in the chat, we will pull another name. And that phrase will get you in the running for the copper rounds, the fines boxes, the silver rounds, the ugly box, the whole kit for the ugly box, the brine, the carbon, the clips, the book, and the brand spanking new MindLab Equinox 800 that is ready to see a new winner. And that's not a cheap unit, but a very capable one.
Yep. No,
and that you could say
them out.
Yeah. And you could say that people have heard us mention tonight's final keyword a couple of times already, in a sense. The seventh and final keyword is MindLab. And I'm pretty sure I don't have to give any further elaboration on what that word is. Everybody in the chat should know what that is and how to spell it.
Well, I never count on spelling with everybody.
Neither do I.
There you go.
But that is the seventh and final keyword. So to get yourself entered, all you have to do now is message me that phrase. Don't message it to Beyond Sight and Sound. Message it to Josh Kimmel.
You send it to Josh.
Or Chuck. Or you can email it to beyondsightandsound@gmail.com.
Frank Juarez, you got that? There you go.
Yeah, for those of us that don't use social media, you can email it to beyondsightandsound@gmail.com.
And yeah, you're right, Jason. We've said that word a few times.
Right. Just make sure to put in the subject line contest or contest phrase, something like that.
Well, while you're soaking in all that knowledge of how to win that detector, I want to take 1 minute here. I want to wish you all a heartfelt Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I thank you all. And I thank Josh and Tam and everybody. I'm very thankful for everybody we got and where we go. And we appreciate all the business, Barb, and a great job on our Christmas stuff. So y'all have a real good Christmas. I'm serious. I hope Santa drops something off under the tree for each and every one of you.
And we do still have one more show before Christmas that for those of you that are hanging around for that one, we'll be able to wish you all a Merry Christmas once again then.
Yep.
And maybe even have a little, just a short little Christmas trivia for Hicks.
Yep. We'll have some fun. The reason why I'm making sure I get it out now, because you never know, I can be here the whole show, or I'm here 2 minutes and the tone's dropping.
Right. Yeah. Somebody's Christmas ham might have set the house on fire. Let's hope not.
Been to a Christmas turkey that did that.
Oh, boy.
Well, it just got the stove and somebody turned her up way too high.
Well, let's be glad that's all it got.
Yeah.
The way it sounds, the stove and the turkey were the only casualties.
And the house had a real bad odor. Oh, man.
Oh, I'll bet. Christmas morning smelled like burnt bird.
Yep. So anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody. Josh, Tam, family, Merry Christmas to you all. Thanks for having me. And I'll get out of here, buddy. And did you all get your last word in? I hope so. So
If
good
they
luck.
did, once again, the seventh and final keyword is Mine Lab.
Mhm. Very good. Thanks for having me all the time there, Josh. I appreciate it. I appreciate all our friends out there. Merry Christmas. Have a good night.
We'll see.
See you.
So, finally, there is light at the end of the tunnel. You followed the breadcrumb trail. You found all the keywords, hopefully, if you've been paying attention through all of this. And here's the beauty of it. If you're just finding out about the Equinox 800 giveaway, you can get that entry to me. I will take that clear up to midnight, December 31st, for you to get yourself entered. So you've got plenty of time. If you're looking on your list and you're going, I don't have 7 keywords, you've got plenty of time to go back and find it. Yes, you may have to do a little bit of work, but come on. This is an Equinox 800. Not to mention the fact you get that phrase into me or Chuck, that gets you in the running for any of it. The copper rounds, the silver rounds, the ugly box, the fines boxes, the Equinox, any of it. Once we get that phrase, your name goes into the bucket, and I'll draw a name. If you are in the chat listening live January 5th, and you are in the lower 48 or have a shipping address in the lower 48, you have just become a winner. And we will announce that as so as long as we see your name in the chat. Otherwise, we're drawing another name. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Hopefully, I'm around for one more show before then. If not, I guess we'll bid everyone a Merry Christmas as well. But hopefully, we're still here for one more before then. With, like I said, maybe a little bit of interesting Christmas trivia just for kicks. So there you go. You've got the breadcrumbs. Find the keywords. Get the key phrase to me, Josh Kimmel, on Facebook, or Chuck Smalley on Facebook, or email it to beyondsightandsound@gmail.com. And that's Beyond Sight and Sound, just like it looks like in the channel here on YouTube. You can find all the keywords by going back, looking at the past live streams, and you'll see it mentioned in the title that, first keyword revealed, 7th keyword revealed, whatever. Until the next one, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful evening, folks. We're gone.
We sure are glad you found us here tonight. Thanks for dropping by and joining in. If you like metal detecting, treasure hunting, gold prospecting, or even entertaining discussion, check us out Wednesdays and Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern, on your favorite podcast distribution services.